The Brave Little Owl and the Stormy Night Kids Story Bedtime Story. In a tall oak tree at the edge of a dense forest, there lived a young owl named Ollie. Ollie was small, but he was known for his big heart and courageous spirit. He loved flying under the stars, gliding through the night air, and listening to the stories told by the wind. But there was one thing that always made him nervous: storms. The other animals in the forest didn't mind the storms. They would seek shelter, and once the rain stopped, they would go back to their usual activities. But Ollie couldn't help but feel scared whenever the sky darkened and the thunder rumbled in the distance. The thought of flying through a storm seemed impossible to him. One evening, as Ollie was perched on a branch watching the sky, the clouds began to gather. The wind howled, and soon, the first raindrops began to fall. Ollie shivered, his feathers ruffling with unease. He had never liked storms, but tonight, something felt different. As the storm grew stronger, Ollie heard a soft voice calling to him from below. "Ollie, are you up there?" It was his best friend, a wise old rabbit named Thistle, who lived in a burrow near the tree. "Come inside and stay safe, Ollie. The storm is only getting worse." Ollie hesitated, staring at the dark sky. I don't want to hide, Thistle," he said, his voice trembling. "I want to be brave. I want to fly through the storm and prove that I'm not afraid." Thistle looked up at him with a kind smile. "Ollie, you don't have to face the storm alone. Sometimes it's okay to seek shelter. But when you're ready, you'll know the strength inside you." With those words, Ollie felt a surge of courage fill his heart. He wasn't sure if he was ready, but he knew he wanted to try. Taking a deep breath, Ollie spread his wings wide, feeling the rain against his feathers. He closed his eyes for a moment, focusing on the strength in his heart. Then, with a burst of determination, he soared into the storm. The wind howled around him, and the rain pelted against his wings, but Ollie kept flying. He had never felt so free, so powerful. The storm no longer seemed as scary as it once had. As Ollie flew through the dark clouds, he realized that bravery wasn't about being fearless. It was about facing his fears, no matter how strong the storm. When the storm finally passed and the sky cleared, Ollie landed back in his tree, his wings tired, but his heart full of pride. "I did it," he whispered to himself. From that night on, Ollie no longer feared the storms. He knew that no matter how strong the winds or how loud the thunder, he had the courage to face them. And whenever a storm approached, he would smile, knowing that he had proven to himself just how brave he really was.